Hi guys, welcome to this episode of Gunner's Choice. This week I'm not going to be reviewing a film. What I will be doing is talking about one of my favourite directors of all time and giving you my top 10 from this director. The director that I'm going to go for is my favourite. So influential, so many classics, and he's called John Carpenter. Yes, the horror king himself. I mean, he did do some action films as well. There's some comedy in there, but he's mainly known for his horror. So I'm going to break down, again, like I said, this is my top 10. Some of you guys may agree, some of you may disagree. Let me know which ones you've seen, which ones you haven't seen. I absolutely love this director. Late 70s, early 80s, and 90s as well, to be honest. That's when sort of some of his films, some people think this, I won't say he fell off, but just wasn't as good as the 80s films. But I'm going to be giving my top 10. And letting you guys know what I think of this director, who I think is amazing. He's been so influential, ahead of his time, and just talking about some of the classics that I love. So watch, enjoy, and let me know which ones you've seen. So John Carpenter this week with my top 10. Let's go. So this is my list of John Carpenter films that I love, from 10 down to 1. So starting off at 10 is the Memoirs of an Invisible Man, when he teamed up with Chevy Chase, Daryl Hannah and Sam Neill. The breakdown of the film is a freak accident happens at a nuclear power plant. Chevy Chase goes invisible and he's basically chased by the CIA. Now, in my opinion, the reason I really like this film is it's just pure comedy. I know there was a lot of problems on the shoot. It's not as popular as some of his other films, as far as Chevy Chase as well. I think Chevy Chase was trying to be serious in this film. But in my opinion, there's still enough comedic value there. I enjoyed it for what it was. That it goes in at number 10 for me because there are obviously films that are better. It wasn't as successful, but I definitely think it's very watchable. If you've not seen it, definitely it's one of those that you should check out. At number 9, I've gone for Assault on Precinct 13. Now, this is a very gritty action drama film about a group of people who are trapped in a police station and they are getting attacked by a gang from the outside, and you don't know if they're going to escape or not. This was in 1976. I believe this was very successful in Britain at first, and then it came like to be a cult classic. There is a scene in it that a lot of people were talking about, and it's one of them kind of gritty action thrillers. If you enjoy that kind of, it's got a bit of the Night of the Living Dead, people getting stuck as if like the gangs from outside are zombies, they're trying to break in. I really enjoyed this film. Again, it's 76, it's sort of raw, got that 70s feel about it, but if you've not seen Assault on Precinct 13, I would definitely check it out. At number 8 for me, I'm gone for Prince of Darkness. This was made in 87. You'll see a few cameos in there of people that you know. It has some of the cast from Big Trouble in Little China in there. Donald Pleasance once again. The plot of Prince of Darkness is a father from a church has found like this weird thing at the bottom of the church. It's sort of like, it's basically a portal, but it's got like a weird green ooze. I'm not talking about the turtles. It's got like green ooze coming out of there, and he doesn't know what it is. So he speaks to one of the tutors at college, one of the teachers, and he gets a team together basically to investigate what this is. And they're going to find out what it is. They find out later on it's some sort of portal. It's got like, it involves like evil spirits and stuff. It's got like a bit of a darker version, I would say, of Ghostbusters, that kind of thing. And the team are trying to figure out what's going on. Whilst they're trying to figure out what's going on, there's sort of a lot of evil stuff happening. So it's a horror I'd say a horror thriller. So this one I really enjoyed. If you've not seen Prince of Darkness, check it out. At number 7, I've gone for The Fog. So this is a collaboration with Jamie Lee, who he's obviously worked with in other films. The Fog is basically, it was in 1980. And it's a very atmospheric film. It's sort of a slow build up, and it's about like at the coast, at the bay, this little town, and a fog starts taking over. So again, this is a horror thriller, and within the fog itself, you start figuring out there's sort of ghosts and stuff like that in there. Very, very eerie, like I said, atmospheric, slow build up, but I really enjoyed The Fog. I thought it was really good, and if you've not seen it, that's my number 7 pick. I would definitely check out The Fog. So at number 6, I've gone for a 1994 film called In the Mouth of Madness. So he collaborates with Sam Neill again. I really think this is a John Carpenter gem that not a lot of people have seen, but they would like it. It's a horror fantasy, and it's about, basically, it's a novelist called Sugar Kane who's gone missing, and the insurance company are looking for him. Sam Neill gets sent to try and find him. He goes into this town. It's very eerie. He doesn't know what's going on. He's waiting for his next book to come out. Maybe that's going to be like the biggest hit kind of thing. But Sam Neill is brilliant in this, and I genuinely think for people who haven't seen this, In the Mouth of Madness, as I said, horror fantasy, it's a really, really good film. You need to check this one out. So for me, this was my number 6. At number 5, I've gone for So I've Come Here to Kick Some Ass and Chew Some Bubble Gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum. All right, I'm not as good as Roddy Piper, we all know. I've gone for They Live. This film is just so ahead of its time. Some of the references from there, it's just unbelievable. I'm sure you guys have seen this. Even if you've not seen the film, you've seen the word obey on t-shirts, on hats and stuff like that. People still reference this film from years ago about what's going on in society. It came out in 1988, and a lot of the things are still relevant now. It's like a documentary. It's mad. It's very entertaining. Roddy Piper's great in it. This film is way ahead of its time, and some of the action in it is great. I think at one point it was like the longest fighting scene in there, and the whole plot is about this guy who's looking for work, goes into a town, and all of a sudden there's some strange things happening, and he goes into the back of this building and he finds this box, finds these glasses, puts the glasses on, and all of a sudden he can see the truth about consumerism and about do this, do that, how we're being controlled, and the elitist. So basically the elitists, which are the rich, are the aliens controlling us all, getting us to consume everything and do everything. They Live, so ahead of its time, like I said, still relevant today. If you've not seen it, at the worst for me, it's entertaining. You need to watch it. It's very funny, and yeah, They Live, you need to check it out. So at number 4, I've gone for this 1978 classic, which started such a horror genre that people started following after it. Of course, it's Halloween, with Jamie Lee Curtis, Donald Plants, and the iconic character Mike Myers. So Halloween is basically about Mike Myers, who's a supernatural character, escapes from the mental asylum, and he's going to cause havoc in this town where Jamie Lee Curtis is. She's babysitting, and this film is so influential in so many ways. I mean, it was done at a low budget in 78, but it's just fantastic. So many films after it copied it. I just feel like it's one of them kind of horrors, considering as well there isn't a lot of blood and gore in it. It's still scary and frightening to this day, and the music, I mean the Halloween music, is unbelievable. So if you've not seen it, I'm going for number 4, Halloween. At number 3, I've gone for a 1982 classic. To be honest, a lot of people say masterpiece, one of his best films, and it's The Thing. It is an absolute classic. I mean, if you want a horror that's just very atmospheric, very claustrophobic, I mean, it's an iconic film. The Thing is just unbelievable at the time. The special effects and everything like that. You know, some of it still to this day, you know, it's just a brilliant film. Kurt Russell, you know, one of his main collaborators. What a performance. To be honest, it's an ensemble cast, absolutely great, all of them. It's about a team in Antarctica. It's a research team, and they're just in the middle of the snow, and this dog comes. Just even the way the film starts, and it's a shape-shifting alien, but you don't know amongst them who starts turning into aliens. So it's the claustrophobic aspect of it. You don't know who the alien is. You don't know whether they're going to survive. at number 3, it had to be The Thing. Very, very good. Like I said, this is one of them across the board. If you've not seen The Thing, 1982 classic, my number 3, definitely check out The Thing. At number 2, I've gone for 1981's Escape from New York, Snake Plissken. I mean, I absolutely love this film. The character of Snake Plissken, working with Kurt Russell again. There's some great cameos in this, some great actors, Lee Van Cleef. I just love it, absolutely. I remember watching this as a youngster, and I was just engrossed by it. The world that he created, John Carpenter, it's just amazing. The story is basically Snake Plissken is arrested, and they bring him out of jail as New York has turned into a jail. The whole of New York has turned into a jail, and the president's plane has fell in the middle of New York. And at this point, he's been basically taken captive. And the only person that they feel can go in there and get him out in 24 hours is Snake Plissken. So they drop him in there, and they also insert him with like it's like a time bomb basically. He has 24 hours to go in there, rescue the president, and get out. And it's the madness that he gets into. Escape from New York, for me, like I said, growing up, absolutely loved this film. Kurt Russell is brilliant in this role. Iconic, you know, the character Snake Plissken. If you've not seen Escape from New York, it's my number 2 John Carpenter choice. Definitely check it out. And at number 1, yes, you all guessed it, Big Trouble in Little China. I absolutely love this film. It's one of my favourite films of all time. I've already done a review on it. If you've not seen it, you need to check out Big Trouble in Little China. Jack Burton and the madness that he gets into. It's just absolute mayhem. It's action, adventure, fantasy, so much comedy in there. Kim Cattrall out of Sex in the City. You know, it's just brilliant. If you've not seen it, please check out Big Trouble in Little China. Like I said, I've done a full review on this film, but my number 1 is Big Trouble in Little China. I remember watching it as a youngster, and the madness that it is, it's just all over the place, you know. Such a funny film. It's not for everyone. Some people find it weird, even to this day. But for me, that's what makes it. It's just very unique. There's nothing like it in the world, and I absolutely love it. One of my favourite John Carpenter films. So if you've not seen it, and the madness and the adventure that Jack Burton gets into, definitely check out Big Trouble in Little China. But that's my number 1. So thank you for watching my top 10. Tell me which ones you've seen, which ones you haven't. There are other films obviously that I've not mentioned, but this is just my top 10 favourites. I love John Carpenter anyway. I've watched all his films. But yeah, number 1 choice for me is definitely Big Trouble in Little China. So check it out.